guys, man. It's in this room. I believe in it. I really, truly do. I believe we have every opportunity to take the next step, okay? One thing we got to do is we got to stop waiting for somebody else. Take it upon ourselves. Take it upon you, okay? Take it upon you. Please, take ownership, all right? Hey, you know, sometimes in this game, we play the game for specific reasons, okay? And sometimes we play it for our family and for our loved ones.
This ends what has been a class week for the Washington Redskins and Doug. Redskins are the world champions.
To me wild and
And our new head coach of the Washington Redskins, Coach Ron Rivera.
Baby, let's go! Yes, sir!
Washington changed its culture, changed its name, and went from picking second in the draft to finishing first in their division. The Washington football team has won the NFC East.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? DMV Champ, what is good, brother? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. So once again, that intro, man, that's on the buzz, man.
Yeah, like the intro gets sweeter and sweeter every time we watch it, right?
Yeah.
But what up, everybody? You guys know what it is. This is the HOGside. I'm your host, CJ the Hog. This is the co-host, DMV the Champ, Brian. And this is the HOGside. Where we talk about anything and everything about the Washington football team. This is a podcast. And the HOGside is brought to you by Velocity Sports. You can join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for all of your WFT updates, news, and predictions. You can follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook at the HOGside. You see it down there on the screen. Make sure you guys give a follow. All right. It's been very interesting last 48 hours, you know. It's been a very interesting 48 hours. There's been a lot going on lately, so let's just dive into it. All right, let's dive into it. Weekly updates. There's a lot of injuries on this list, right? So, the ones who did not participate today, De'Ami Brown, he had a knee injury. He did not participate. Antonio Gibson, his shin is still bothering him. He did not participate in practice today. Cole Holcomb, his shoulder has been giving him problems since the game on Sunday. He did not participate today either. Curtis Samuel, groin, did not participate. Brandon Scherf did not participate as well. Looks like he's going to be out for a few weeks. And Cam Sims with a hamstring injury. He did not participate. We have Jonathan Allen, DeShazar Everett, and Matt Ioannidis, and J.D. McKissick, and Benjamin St. Juste, who was limited participation today. So that's it's a lot of injuries. That's a lot of injuries. Yes. I can say this. I'm not used to having so many injuries. This is the first time we've seen a long list of injuries. Usually we used to seeing it in the first week. The second week got a long list of injuries, but it's like the fifth week, and that's when we just start seeing injuries pile up. So, we're starting to think now that the amount of minutes that these guys are playing is starting to catch up with them. I don't know, man. Which one of these injuries is really like scaring you a little bit? For me, it is Cole Holcomb. Not sure if he will play Sunday against the Saints. But losing Cole Holcomb after losing Bostic is just leave Jamin Davis out there, and then Kaliki Hudson to step up. There are some free agents, so far in the free agency as far as linebacker goes. But there's been some few updates since then, with things like that. So, champ, which one of these injuries is really, really scaring you a little bit so far?
I'm gonna be straight honest with you, man. Curtis Samuel, your boy. I told you this is Paul Richardson 2.0. This Bama is hurt again.
Yeah. Well, he was never 100%. The groin injury has always been lingering on, and I think he re-aggravated it in the Sunday game against the Falcons. So I guess we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens at that point. One of the other scary things is J.D. McKissick. It was limited participation, but you never know how these weeks can progress. You have a whole another 48 hours, for them to be listed, whether if they're going to be active or not. But I kind of do. We need J.D. McKissick to be inside of this matchup against the Saints. It's
you
just,
need your boy too, man. I keep telling you I can't trust him, man.
Yeah. Antonio Gibson, he has a shin injury. It's a little scary. It's a little scary. Brandon Scherf, he's out with a knee injury. If I'm not mistaken, he's going to be out for
almost a month.
Yeah, almost a month. Also, Logan Thomas will be out for about a month as well with the hamstring injury. So, I mean, these guys, we're going to see a lot of Bates. We're going to see a lot of Bates. Sammy Reyes, he's definitely going to step up a little bit. We still got Ricky Seals-Jones. We still got Ricky. Ricky is still, there. He missed a few passes, in the Falcons game, but I think definitely that we can look past that and actually, see that, he is the guy. I don't know. What you think, man?
First of all, can you give respect to my O-line, son? Can you give some respect to the O-line, to the big boys up front? Can we give respect to them? I told you. Those dudes, that line is solid. That's a solid line, but that's a solid line. All right, but to answer your question, I mean, everything though, I want to see your boy Patterson, man. This is his time to shine. Like I said, Gibson, I'm not going to trust him. I really think McKissick is going to play regardless of what. I think he's going to come in and he's going to play regardless. He might not be at 100%. He might be at 75, 80 at the most. If your boy can show up this weekend, I think this is the perfect time we can use him.
Yeah. Jared Patterson, he's there, so depending on, what would be the end all status on Antonio Gibson, whether or not he will play on that against the Saints, there would be the time to activate one of these running backs on the roster, as an active. So I guess that's something that we'll see down in the stretch. There will be more updates to come as these injuries go. But let's talk about some of these injuries on the other side of the field in New Orleans. There's only 3 players that is really injured right now. Eric McCoy and Teron Armstead did not participate today in practice. Marshawn Lattimore, he was in full pass today, with his hands. So so we definitely want to see Marshawn Lattimore there. We'll see if he is able to contain Terry McLaurin. I guess we'll see. We starting to see Terry McLaurin really, really show out now. This is the Terry McLaurin that we're used to seeing, though that 11 catches a game guy, 6 to 11 catches a game. I'm all for it. I like it. Like I said, I've always had big faith in the kid, and we got to talk about it. This guy has actually been very, very, very phenomenal.
He's the only nigga DMV I would get right now.
I wouldn't say that.
Yes. Right now, he's the only person jersey I get right now.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
true.
maybe Taylor Heineke because I feel his swag, but otherwise as a solid, straight up player, I take Terry McLaurin jersey. You got Chase Young jump behind there too. He's respectable. But I would love to see if we get the Red Wolves name. That's when I'm gonna really go crazy. If we get the Red Wolves jump, it's gonna be sweet. That's what I'm trying to hold up.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Definitely true. Looking ahead to Week 5 against the Saints, what will be the keys to win at home with injuries? Like I said, there's a lot of injuries on this, on this list on the Washington side. So, what is the keys to win at home with these injuries? One big key is there has to be some type of way to contain Alvin Kamara. With the status of how the defense has been playing, it's a little scary because we've seen what Alvin Kamara can do, and we see how his ability to stretch the field at any given moment, is textbook greatness. I guess we'll see what happens, but I think that we definitely have to contain Alvin Kamara and just not allow. We have to get some type of pressure on Jameis Winston. That's the big thing. That's the big thing. What about you, Champ? What is one of the things that definitely have to stand out here in Week 5 against the Saints?
Can the damn defense please stand up? Just to be blatantly honest with you, if we're gonna win this game this week, let's just be for real. I don't care what anybody says. Like I said, I watch a lot of football. Jameis Winston, but he ain't scared to sling that jump. Period. And then our defense has been looking suspect in the back end. They look lack of communication. How many times? It's the same stuff that's happened every single week. You got Jackson. He keeps letting receivers run past him. He's taking the safeties over the top to help him out. There's no safety. He gives him up a touchdown. Then you got the linebackers. They're not shooting the hole. They sit and waiting for a running back to come and get over the line of scrimmage and then try to tackle him 3-4 yards behind the scrimmage instead of just attacking the hole. So right now, man, the only way it's frustrating, man. Hear me out on this, CJ. How come we the only damn team, and all the fans is watching, y'all can agree with me on this as well. How come we the only team 1 year we can have a very good defense and our offense is trash? Then the next year the offense is good, the defense is trash. Why can't we be solid and consistent on both sides of the football? Like what is so hard about that? It doesn't make any sense. It's frustrating, bro. Like, who the hell expected the offense to be looking this good and our defense to play some trash when we went from number 2 defense in the league last year? It don't make sense. So for us to win the Saints, I'm going to be honest with you, the offense is going to have to run the ball and try to keep the Saints offense off the field. And then you said stop Alvin Kamara. There's no one can stop Alvin Kamara. All you do is try to contain him, to try to keep him under 100 total offensive yards. You forget he can catch and he's going to run.
That's true. That's true. Let's take a quick look at this recap against the Falcons game. All right, let's take a quick recap with the actual game. Right. So of course you see right now it's 34 to 30. I believe it was the last minute touchdown by J.D. McKissick. But we got to talk about Taylor Heineke. Is just consistently getting better and better every week. The kid 23 for 33, 290 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's impressive. It's very impressive.
Once again, you know how I am. I like the kid. There's a hell of a lot of potential in him. I'm rooting for him. Am I sold yet? Not exactly yet. If he comes in this Sunday and he beats New Orleans, I'm like, okay, you done show me a little something. Because right now, if you look at his resume, he has 2 W's against teams we should have beaten. To be honest with you.
Yeah, most definitely. I do want to also stress the fact that Antonio, this running back, this rushing company isn't bad, right? Antonio Gibson had 14 carries for 63 yards and a touchdown, average 4.5 yards a carry. Taylor Heineke had 5 carries for 43 yards. You know, he's starting to be a little bit more comfortable with choosing how he runs and when he runs. J.D. McKissick, you know, he not really rushing that much, but he is back there inside of the back there, you know, with the passing game. Of course, you see down here with the receiving, Taylor Heineke tried to get it to, you know, as many receivers as he could, you know, on Sunday. Terry McLaurin has six catches for 123 yards, 2 touchdowns. J.D. McKissick, 5 receptions for 44 yards and a touchdown. And as you see going down, you know, just Taylor Heineke definitely did his best to go ahead and try to get the ball to other receivers and things like that. And you know, this is what it's all about. Like, honest, me personally, I hate seeing like, you know, just three receivers on the board on the stats when you have, you know, 6, 7 receivers to throw to in a rotation, you know. So exactly, everybody gets to rock. I don't know what's one of the things that stood. Like, I'm gonna say for me, the referees' decisions in this game. I hate to blame the refs. Right? But some things you just don't go overlook. The fumble that they called back, that was definitely a fumble. There was no forward progress. But
I was going to ask you about that. Did you really hear the whistle blow on that play?
No, the whistle did not blow on that play.
I was looking.
Yeah, the whistle did not blow on that play. Yeah. The roughing the passer call, the Chase Young. A lot of there's some fans are saying Chase Young should have just taken the sack, and you know it's like this. They wouldn't have called it. They wouldn't have called it on the scrambling quarterback. They wouldn't have. That was Taylor Heineke. They would never call that penalty. I think that the penalty shouldn't have been called. It was a little bit of. It was one of those calls where it's like, you definitely could have let that one go. His knee was already down. Chase Young, I think Chase Young hesitated because he didn't actually want to tackle Matt Ryan and actually get a penalty. So the best way to do it was to try to push him and, you know, push him out of bounds. But lo and behold, you know, they called the roughing the passer hit to the head, which wasn't a hit to the head. I mean, he just pushed him with his he just pushed him. And
and he went back like this, and his knee hit the ground. That's considered
exactly, you know. So it was crazy, and it's like just those 2 bad calls alone, you know, deflated the momentum on that defense, because the defense was playing well, almost had these 3rd down conversions. Those were 3rd down conversions. Might I add, those were 3rd down conversions. It was 3rd and long. Cole Holcomb had stripped the ball from Hayden Hurst, and they said it was forward progress, took the fumble back, and then boom, they scored.
But this is my other thing, though. Just like I agree with you on sometimes, some of us watching the football team fans just idiots. People are calling Chase Young a bust already. This dude's he has 2 sacks already taken away. He has 2 sacks taken away from him on BS penalties. Just being blatantly honest, they're just BS.
Yeah.
So he's frustrated alone, and I'm like, Dave, you would have had 2 sacks in 4 games. I can take that. The penalties got called back, but it's the fans who's calling him a bust and everything. You got to be crazy as hell to think that dude's a bust. He's still making plays in the backfield, tackles for a loss. He's trying. So just ease up off of him, man.
Yeah. So I definitely think, you know, Chase Young is frustrated. One, because he lost 2 sacks. Call it what it is. He lost 2 sacks because of the refs. So right now in your mind, you're thinking, you know, what can I do to even try to get these sacks without, you know, having these penalties called on me, you know? And I don't listen to these Washington fans when it comes to them saying Chase Young is a bust. He's far from the bust. I don't think nobody else who actually is in the NFL is calling this kid a bust. Nobody. I think
this dude, he be winning battles, and like he be winning some battles, he just be playing out of position. But
Yeah, exactly.
he has to run the ball.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So I guess if that's the way the people feel, that's the way the people feel. But I think that Chase Young is definitely he just need to do some things better, and I think it'll get better as the weeks progresses. It's only week 5 right
Yep.
now, so just relax a little bit, sit back, and just allows things to progress. All right, I got to, I have to, I got to talk about Heineke. Why not?
I
Heineke
mean,
has been getting.
he's the talk of the town right now.
He is the talk. Here's the thing. The story was great. A lot of people was more paying attention to the story, where he grew up. He grew up in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken, and he's able to come back and play for, I guess, his hometown, and it was a great story. But this kid had a story where he had a chance to start, he got injured, and he never got the chance again. And now he's getting the opportunity to, and he's taking his opportunity, and he's surfacing every time. He's just getting better every week, and we see this right now, right? We see, the when he had to come in for Ryan Fitzpatrick, there were some things that he could have done. There were some things he was okay, but then the second week, he had his first start, and then boom, you see that he gotten better from the first week. Third week came around, and now you see that he's starting to learn from his mistakes from what he was doing. There was still a little bit of things that he needs to work on, but he didn't allow those things to keep him flustered. And then we see him against the Falcons, and he just balls out. He balls out. 23 for 33 for 290 yards and 3 touchdowns. Listen, this kid I think he can be the franchise quarterback if he keeps doing what he's doing. I think that he can be the franchise quarterback. Is he a little past on the age range of becoming that franchise quarterback? Sure, but if he keeps going the way he keeps going, I think that this guy has a bright future ahead of him. He can be the face of the franchise, and Washington does not have to waste a draft pick on a quarterback that isn't for sure, because there are quarterbacks right now that you see right now that was very promised, and you see that it's not going right. So, I mean, I'm all for the Heineke boat train. I'm all for the Heineke train. I'm jumping aboard it.
Jackson, you sold right now.
I'm sold.
All right, respect. Me personally, like I said, once again, you know me, I'm slow when it comes to this. You're gonna have to wine and dine me. I don't fall level one night. So hear me out on this. The dude can play. He can ball. I'm not gonna take that from him. He got heart. Now let's keep it a stat. He's made some throws. I'm like, cause you lucky. Like, I mean, he got that Brett Favre mentality. Like, anybody that's a true football fan knows how Brett Favre is. Brett Favre would come in and throw some crazy passes.
Something about that number 4.
Oh yeah, he made it
number
clear,
4.
He made it clear that Brett Favre is his favorite player, and he looks up to Brett Favre. So I can see that he has that backyard kid mentality. He makes these little flick passes and plays. The dude can play. I just want to see consistency and everything. The only thing that kind of irks me a little bit is his arm strength, because he's putting too much little touch on his balls, and I be feeling like they're going to get picked off and stuff like that. But like you said, I do see this kid progressing each week, getting better. So like I said, until I see him play against some good teams, some good competition, and see how he plays really good against them, then I'll go for my evaluation. But right now, he gives us the best chance to win. I like what I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. No, I can agree with you on that. Like I said, there are some things that still needs to change. Is his air on the balls when he throw them. Those things just have to change, because it does look like he's going to get interception. One of those touchdowns when Terry McLaurin was wide open, it could have just been an easy pass to put a little bit of less touch on it. That pass could have got interception still, but Terry McLaurin does what Terry McLaurin does best, and he grabs it and brings it in. So, I mean, there's just some things that he's just gonna have to change and learn. But I know that it's a little bit too early to jump on this train. But I
he's still in
think
that
that
train, though.
yeah, I think that I'm sold on the kid. I think I'm sold on it. I think I'm ready to ride the train. I think I'm ready to ride
So
this
you
train.
sold on 5 games? You sold on 5 games. That's another we
I
can see.
I told myself personally I was going to give him 4 weeks. If he's able to be consistent 4 weeks straight, I can jump aboard the Heineke train. And he's given me 3 successful. He's given me 3 successful weeks of starting as a quarterback. Starting as a quarterback in Washington is tough. It's tough. When you look back and see how many starting quarterbacks it's been, and then you have the fans who some hate you, some love you, some just don't want you there, regardless of how great you're doing there. It's hard to be a quarterback in
Yeah,
Washington, you
period.
know. But I think this kid is special. Um, I think that he just need to keep doing what he's doing, keep his head down, throw the ball, keep playing good football, and I think that the surface is high with this guy. I think that he can definitely become the face of the franchise, and I think that he can be the guy. He's not the guy yet. He's
But
not the
yeah,
guy
I
yet.
do. I agree.
He has a long way to go. I'm gonna
He
say
has some more
that he
work
has
to
a
do.
long way to go. But if he keeps doing what he's doing, I give him until week 8 to even start considering him as the face of the franchise. If he keeps doing what he's doing consistently, I think we can start considering him as the face of this franchise.
Respect. Respect.
So, without further ado, we're going to talk about it. Um, we're going to talk about our first segment, Hot and HOGside. Hot and HOGside. It was a new segment that we have launched last week on the HOGside, on the episode of the HOGside, in which Hot and HOGside is who we think on this team and on the coaching staff that is on the hot seat and needs to be hogtied. I'm just gonna go out and say it, Jack Del Rio. Um, listen, I love Jack. I I think he's still a respectable coach. I think he's still a respectable coach, but right now you can't play old school football. This old school defense does not fit in with this new style of offense that the NFL has. This new style of offense is quick, it's fast. These young guys is having that quicker release, that Tom Brady release, that Aaron Rodgers release. These young guys are starting to come into this league with that type of release. They don't have to be great, but they have that release. This game is getting a little bit more faster than what we're used to. Jack Del Rio, I think right now his play scheme, his defensive scheme doesn't fit with the style of offenses that are coming his way. We got the Saints. You've seen how the Saints style of offense is. They're very quick. They quick off the ball. They got a gadget quarterback, and they got a quarterback who can do the damn thing. I mean, and then after that, you just have a long line of list of guys who has that quick release, and you got to just try to get some type of pressure. So like I said, the Saints, Chiefs, and Green Bay, all three guys who have a quick release, all three quarterbacks right now who has a quick release on that ball, and if you don't get pressure no time soon, it's not going to end well. Jack Del Rio just hasn't been the Jack Del Rio that we seen last year. Um, he's just been far less aggressive than what we usually see him at. There has been a lot of blitz packages that we usually seen last year, and just like we said last week, is because of the change of players. That whole defensive roster is just different. Just some guys that we don't have. Jimmy Moreland. We don't have Jimmy Moreland no more. We don't have, a few guys that's not there anymore. So, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard right now. So, right now, yes, Jack Del Rio is on a hot seat. Another person who is hot and hog-tied, who I am ready to kick off this island. You already know. You already know who's coming. You already know who's coming. Can you guess before I put it up?
Oh, Dustin Hopkins, yeah. I've been told you that, man. I don't know why Ron holding on to him. I'm just still trying to figure what it's things Ron do. I just don't understand. So I just don't understand.
I think that this is the time to start voting him off the island. Listen, it's not that you can kick the field goals. It's the extra points that you're missing.
You losing points on the field.
Yeah, you missed 2 extra points back to back. It's unacceptable. And there's no wind. There's nothing there to take away from your kicks. What's going on? What's happening? I don't know if it's the long snapper, Chase Cheeseman. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. With from the long snapping to him kicking the ball. I don't know what's going on. But Dustin Hopkins, he's leaving points on the field, like you said. They did bring in the kicker a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know if this is being a fail-safe plan. They're trying to get him. They're trying to get this new kicker involved into the game plan and see where he's at as far as kicking. But something has to change immediately. And right now, Dustin Hopkins is definitely hot and hog-tied. So definitely, I vote him off the island real quick. What do you think, champ? How do you feel about old Dusty?
I was done with him. Even the Giants game, I was done.
Yeah.
I was done.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, he's got to go.
Yeah.
Cuz he's about to miss a 40-something yard field goal kick. I think it was 38 or 48. He was going to miss it, and he just made it a while ago. Then I was like, dog, Taylor Heineke just drove us down the field in a game-winning drive to put us in field goal range. All you guys just kick the ball, dog, and let's go home. You got to sit there and cringe and keep your fingers crossed because you're not sure if you're going to make it. Man, I was done with him since that game, bro. I was done. If it wasn't for that penalty, dog, we'll be what? 1-3?
Yeah.
Let's just keep it tight. Like, man, I'm done with him. Done.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Jack Del Rio situation, it's frustrating because a part of me is like, all right, did people figure your defense scheme out this year? Is your coaching time is up? Are you like Mike Nolan? You got that old school way. The vanilla defense is not working no more. Like you said, like he's thinking. Him and Ron think, okay, we got 4 great defensive linemen. Is going to see if our guys can beat your guys. And our guys are not all of them are winning. So you giving the quarterback time. So it's just like, okay. And then you got the corners playing down there 10 yards off the receiver where they can just run a screen off of it, or they can run an inside slant or a quick hitch route and pick up it. You're going to be a tad second late. So it's like, I don't. And then he's putting players in. Like, I don't understand why Montez Sweat and Chase Young is on the sideline on third down. That's pass rush money lane. Like, what's going on? Why is these corners not pressing them? Like, I would have these corners pressing just to cause chaos in the backfield, to slow down these receivers. It's just irritating, dude. So I'm the same ones you're on, I feel you're on that right now. But I just think due to his resume, I don't see Ron letting him go right now. Like, Jack Del Rio has a good resume. So I don't know. He's got to either figure it out, or after this year, you cut your ties.
Is the resume good enough to allow this defense to sink? That's the question. Is the resume good enough to keep, to allow Jack Del Rio to sink this defense? We know that this defense, these group of guys that Washington has on defense, is just talented. We know they're much better than what they have been producing. The question is, do you allow Jack Del Rio to still coach this defense? Right now, I'm not going to say fire him, but he is on this hot seat right now. Week 6 is coming around. Very shortly but slowly. Something has to happen. The trade deadline is week 8. Week 9, I think. Now with it being 17 games. So Something has to happen. There's guys on the free agency right now. Jalen Smith got released by the Cowboys. I think
He
if
just
I'm
got picked up there.
not, yeah, he just got picked up by the Packers. So you know how I am. I hate getting leftovers. But with Bostic being out and Cole Holcomb just might not play against the Saints this Sunday, what are you going to do? Sometimes you got to jump on these guys. You didn't jump the gun with Jamie Collins. You didn't jump the gun with Jalen Smith. So what are you going to do? Like, I'm not saying Kaliki Hudson.
I'm just tired of being cheap. Ron, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna sit here and I'm watching everything, bro. Because I'm sitting here thinking the same thing. I'm like, dude, we desperately need linebackers right now. You just had two dudes that's in the market. And then I'm like, you don't even budge, and you keep bringing these bars, excuse my language, but you keep bringing these bars off the practice squad, and you're like, oh, yeah, we got faith in them. We're just going to roll with them and put them in the scheme. No, dog.
Here's what I can say. Is I applaud Ron for having faith in these guys that he kept on the practice squad and bringing them in, right? I applaud him for that. I think Kaliki Hudson, I'm not sure as how well Kaliki Hudson. I'm not, and I'm still not a big fan of Kaliki Hudson. I still don't think that he is what everybody else. I don't see what everybody else sees in this kid. Does he have talent? Yes. You're in the NFL. The talent doesn't go unsaid. You're in the NFL. You have the talent. The question is, do you have enough talent to become a starter on an NFL team, on an NFL defense? And yeah, you might say you never know unless you play him. But I mean, Kaliki Hudson, this is not his first year here.
No, it's not. I was just about to say that.
It's not his first year here. So it's just one of those things where if he does play, I'm pretty sure he will play against the Saints. You have to step up. I see Jamin Davis right now. He's improving. We see him improving now. He's making the tackles that he should make. He's being vocal on that defense now. So now Jamin Davis just needs help now. He needs help.
It's because he has to learn from John Bostic. You know what I'm saying? You getting drafted, you gotta learn how to play middle linebacker from John Bostic.
Right.
No shade to John Bostic, he's okay, but coverage is not his thing. So it's like I don't know, man. That's a tough situation for a rookie middle linebacker.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm a little excited about this Saints matchup. There's some history there, where the Saints has just been beating us crazy, what I'm saying, whether it's at home or it's in New Orleans, so we have to get a win. I'm sorry. A win is needed here. I don't want to see us go down 2-3. I want to see us go 3-2. But without further ado, look, we're 2-2. We're 2-2. We're off to a good start.
The problem, like I said, we're a 500 team at the moment.
Yeah, we're 2-2. That's all I can ask for. We couldn't go down 1-3. So we're 2-2. We didn't. Even with the refs, messing up our chances. But we're 2-2. We're off to a good start. We play the Saints on Sunday.
Yeah. You about to start playing real games right now, so we need to see what this team going to do. And then if this team can stay healthy. That's the two things I'm worried about.
Yeah, definitely. Hot takes from the Hog. I've been pretty good with this Heineke hot takes, right? So I'm gonna throw out another one. I'm gonna throw out another hot take for Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke is gonna have another 3 to 4 touchdown game. I'm gonna call it. He's gonna have 300 yards, maybe a little bit less than 300 yards in passing. That's gonna be my hot take. No interceptions. He didn't throw any interceptions against Atlanta. I'm proud of that. But now you got Marshawn Lattimore back there. So now I want to see if he can beat Marshawn Lattimore and this Saints defense. We've seen the Saints defense. This defense isn't no slouch. So now I want to see what happens. I want to see what's happening with the Saints defense. I think that me personally, we can knock them off. We've been very good, and this will be the chance to show, can we beat a Will versus team? We've been beating teams that we should have beat. We should have beaten anyway. But those games were again too close for comfort. But can we knock off a team who just has been winning? If I'm not mistaken, I think the Saints are 2-2 as well right now. So if I'm not mistaken,
I think they are 2-2. No, I think they're 2-2. They're 2-2.
Yeah. So now this is the tale of the tape right now to see who will come out on top, who will be 2-3 or who will be 3-2. And you know me, I got Washington. Who do you have winning the Saints game?
It's just the defense, man. I just like on this one, like the way you felt about the Falcons game last week is how I felt about the Saints game this week. Like the Falcons game, I was like jacked, like confident. I was like, I could see us going in there competing. But the Saints team, I think we can still go in there and compete. It's just I feel like it's either going to be another a horrible call, or somebody's going to make a mental mistake. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rock with the Washington football team with this one. I really pray and hope the defense just clamp down and try to keep them under 20 points of score if they can.
Yeah. Here's the thing. We've seen that the Saints can be beaten. We've seen what their weaknesses are. And one of their weaknesses is taking Alvin Kamara out of the game. Take him out of the game.
He's their best player. Michael Thomas is out.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you another person on that team that's a sleeper that I have a feeling that we might have trouble with. Jared Cook.
We've been doing fairly okay with tight ends so far. So I guess we'll see how Jared Cook pans out, how this Jared Cook situation pans out. I'm not at all very too scared about it. Like I said, we've been very good against tight ends so far. We've been very good against tight ends so far. We ain't been the best, but compared to how we have been against tight ends, we've been doing we've been doing pretty decent when it comes to these opposing tight ends. But like I said, the difficulty in the schedule was coming up. After this, we got Travis Kelce, and then you got the Packers tight end, Robert Tonyan. These guys ain't no slouch.
These dudes have to compete, man. These dudes gonna have to compete. Like I said, we got some games ahead of us, and all we can do is take it 1 week at a time. Like there's no they can beat that team. They're gonna take some L's. Heineke, I'm expecting him to make some mistakes. I'm expecting this team to still make mistakes as a young team. I just feel like things would be so much better if the defense would show up. I still want to see a whole full, complete football game from the whole team. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see the defense and the offense complement each other with special teams. And it's like we haven't played a complete game yet. I haven't seen us play with a lead yet and held it off. All these games has been sort of close. It's at the edge of your seat, besides the Buffalo game. Think about it. The 3 games we played, they've been really close at the edge of their seat, except for the Buffalo game.
Yeah. Just the question is, how many close games are we going to play? I love the close games, though. Those be the any given Sunday. And Sunday's game against the Falcons was an any given Sunday game. That was an any given Sunday win right there. J.D. McKissic did so well. Again, like I said, J.D. McKissic cannot miss this game. He cannot miss this game.
He's going to play. Man.
Yeah, he cannot miss this game. He's a very big part of this offense. He always been a big part of this offense, regardless of what people might say.
If he misses Thursday or Friday, I think Thursday or Friday practice, then you start getting worried. I mean, right now, just see what happens. Just the middle of the week.
Yeah, let's talk about the free agency right now.
The linebackers that we wanted, they both got picked up. And Collins went back to New England, and Smith is headed to the Pats. And we signed him to do off our practice squad. We're promoting him. So,
I mean, that's true. But the question is right now is
he was gonna go get a veteran linebacker. They was gonna sign him. I guess.
I mean, you got to ask yourself though. You got to ask yourself right now, looking back on everything, like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do right now as far as signing these guys, right? If I'm not mistaken, is we still got a few guys that is available, on the free agent list. If I'm not mistaken, like for instance, like we have Darqueze Dennard. He's still on the. I'm not sure if he's injured right now or what's the issue with that. We still have Trey Boston, who we can actually plug into the linebacker, but. I guess I want to see Landon Collins be back.
I'm about to go Trey Boston as a safety.
I know, but he can also upgrade him to linebacker. You see how I believe the Vikings, if I'm not mistaken, did with Mark Barron. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things that you could definitely look at. Olivia Vernon. He's an edge rusher.
I'll take it. Yeah, outside. He could be outside. Yeah.
It's just a few guys. There's just a few notable mentions that you can definitely throw out there. As far as these linebackers. These linebackers and things like that. I mean, I even go as far as Todd Davis. Not sure what is the update on Benardrick McKinney. If anybody has picked them up yet, but yeah, man. I definitely think that we should definitely consider picking up a linebacker soon, very soon. Like I said,
but those options that Ron left, man, he ain't about to sign nobody, man. It's already passed my mind. Ron, he's going to stick with his little practice squad guys and just throw them out there and see if they're ready. That's exactly what he's going to do.
Here's the thing, though. You kind of have to respect it because here's why. Trust me, when I seen Jalen Smith go on the market, I literally almost dropped my phone, because it's big news. You just release your star linebacker out of nowhere. I mean, just something that you got to jump on. But I think the reason why is two things. One, his contract was massive.
Yeah, he got hurt again.
Yeah, he got hurt again. His contract was massive, so it'd have been a big risk. Bad enough that you already signed Curtis Samuels and you still haven't gotten a full game out of him yet. So, it's just one of those things, where I would say, come on, Ron, you got to budge a little bit. But then, it's one of those things to say you got to respect where he just putting all his faith in these guys that he already brought in and put on the practice squad. Not sure how it's going to pan out, but right now, and I'm still in Ron We Trust right now. I'm still in Ron We Trust. But I don't know. I would go to say as far as coaches, I'm starting to warm up to Scotty, I'm starting to warm up to Scott Turner a little bit. I know how you feel about Scott Turner. But hear me out. I think we're starting to see Scott Turner get used to Taylor Heineke's play style. You got to think about it. I think that Scott Turner was playing too much of playing both styles of Ryan Fitzpatrick still and Taylor Heineke, where I see now that you're starting to see a lot more plays that is solely destined for Taylor Heineke and not, plays that you can fit in with both Ryan Fitzpatrick and Taylor Heineke. And so I think that, Scott Turner is starting to feel the juice a little bit. You know, I'm not 100% sold yet. I'm not. I'm not. Well, I'm not sold at all yet. But I'm starting to warm up to Scott Turner a little bit. I'm thinking about giving him a second chance. But I think that, you know, right now this offense has been very productive. You know, it's been very productive in the last couple of weeks. You know, I think they got the memo of stop playing catch up football. You know, just starting to put points on the board, not only in the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter. So I think last game was the first game where we scored every quarter.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's good to see that. You know, it's good to see that we got to put points on the board every quarter. It's very, very, very interesting. But without further ado, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. It is cold take time. Champ, what are your cold takes? Do you have any cold takes?
I really don't because we pretty much went over it. Once again, we both know what the coach said. It's just Jack Del Rio and his defense. Like, bro, what are you really about to do? Can I see some pressing of the corners? Can we stop seeing our corners playing 10 yards off in zone? Can we stop seeing that? Can we stop taking your best playmaker pass rushers off on third critical money down and you got them sitting on the sideline? Can you find more ways to get to the quarterback? Use your guys properly. That's the only thing I have to say. I'm speechless this week besides their defense, man. That's about it.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. Hey, I'm with you on that.
I mean, think about it. It's the same problem. Is it against the season? It's the same problem. The same mistakes. Exact same mistakes.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I understand why you feel like he should be on a hot seat. But the crazy thing is who you're going to replace him with, and then it makes it even worse. You got a defensive-minded head coach who's a defensive guy himself, and our defense has super regressed. So I have questions on Ryan and Jack, and I'm also starting to think, like you said, their scheme might be figured out. And everyone keeps saying that defense looks vanilla. Like they running a vanilla defense. You just rushing where your four guys are dropping everyone back in coverage, and your four guys is not really getting home. You got to start being creative. And then Rex Ryan once again called him out and said, "Dude, you need to start being creative. Like you running a vanilla defense. Like he's seeing what they run, and he's like, this is vanilla. And the offense is everything is misdirection, right at the seam. Like you're just giving up plays. So there's nothing else to say. Like you said, bro, I'm just sitting here and giving this team. I'm giving everyone evaluation to week 8, week 9. You do your evaluations and see what the same direction is going to be in. Plain and simple.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. I definitely agree with that. Yeah. It's been the coaching staff has been very frustrating. We know this, you know. So I just want to see some improvement with the defense. We just need pressure. We just need to start getting more pressure. And I think with Bostic and Cole Holcomb possibly being out against the Saints, just want to put a lot of strain on this defensive front. You know, as far as when blitzes go. So I guess we see it. I think this is to be the time where we see Landon Collins on that linebacker lineup. You know, a lot more.
Let's see what happens. Because, like I said, some of these guys that have a feeling they're going to play through the injury, they're just going to be having limited snaps. So for example, I like Cole Holcomb, he probably might play. You're going to start seeing he's going to have less packages or less snaps. And they're going to have the guys that bag him up playing more.
I agree.
Expect to see that.
I agree. Definitely agree. You know what time it is. It's bowl prediction time.
Favorite part of the show.
Bowl predictions.
You go first.
Week 5 against the Saints, bowl prediction. My bowl prediction will be, you know what? Chase Young will have 3 sacks. Calling it. I'm calling it. I think that this will be the game where Chase Young shuts everybody up about him being a bust, and he gets his 3 sacks. That's my bold prediction.
Okay. That's your only bold prediction right there?
I had another one, but I'm gonna let you go first.
All right, but give me your score of the game, though.
You know what? I've been very good at calling these 30 games with us. You know, the last 2 weeks, I said he's going to hit that 30 mark. And we hit the 30 mark. If I'm not mistaken, last week, I did say the Falcons might knock us off, and they're going to score what?
You thought we was going to lose to them. You was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I said that the score was going to be about 31-28. They scored 30 points, but they lost. We beat them 34-30. But today, bold prediction Sunday against the Saints. Score prediction, I'm going to say we beat the Saints. We're going to beat the Saints 32-28. I'm calling it.
You said 31-28?
32-28.
All right. And Chase Young gets 3 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell of a nice bold prediction right there. My bold prediction, Taylor Heineke is going to throw 2 touchdowns and probably rush for a touchdown again. And prediction of the score, I'm going to say 27-17. Well, is it going to be 27-17 or 27-20? It's going to probably come down to the fourth quarter. Somebody going to make a play, and I have a feeling Heineke's going to have another go down the field, end of the game. We're going to be at the edge of our seats like this, trying to see what's going to happen. I can see either 27-20 or 23-20. It's going to be something crazy.
Here's my other bold prediction. I've been saying this a lot, and he has been coming very close to it. Taylor Heineke, 4 touchdowns. I'm calling it. 4 passing touchdowns. I'm calling it.
That's too bold, bro.
Listen, the last 3 weeks I've been saying he's going to get 4 touchdowns, and he got 3 the last 2 games, and 2 against the Giants. So I'm going to call it. This will also be the game that Taylor Heineke gets 4 passing touchdowns, no rushing touchdowns, 4 passing touchdowns, and 2 of those are going to go to my man, Scary Terry.
Okay. On Lattimore?
On Lattimore. I think, yep. You know what? Another bold prediction. Terry McLaurin is going to scorch Marshawn Lattimore.
They had a good meeting. He went smacking him a few times last time we played him. Even though we lost, but he was getting a Lattimore. He was getting him the big.
I'm calling it. You know, any more bold predictions from you?
The defense will probably get. I see the defense getting maybe 2 turnovers. Probably 1 strip fumble again, and maybe a tip pass for interception.
Okay. All right. I'll bite.
That's it. I don't see nothing else. I don't see your boy. I don't know if your boy's playing. I'm about to say maybe he can give us his first 100-yard game of the season, but I don't know, or something. But I don't know what's the status on him. So I'm good. I'm good.
Well, I guess we'll see. There's some bold predictions right there. So,
yours is Super Bowl. 4 touchdowns against the Saints defense, bro.
Hey, listen, man. 4 touchdowns.
It can happen, though.
It can happen. You know, but without further ado, guys, you know, it is October. You guys know what that is. It's time to wear the pink, you know. So if you guys haven't already, check out the merch site, the HOGside merch site, and we have some great merch. We have this hoodie here. We have this hoodie. This is the October Breast Cancer Awareness, CJ the Hog and DMV the Champ hoodie. All right, you guys can get one. You guys can see that it has all different types of sizes. Okay, you guys can definitely see that. All right, we have the light pink and then we have the dark pink. All right, I actually like these, man. I think I'm gonna have to get one myself. Um, it's a lot of things. We have coffee mugs. We have different accessories. We got bucket hats. The bucket hats we also have in different colors. We have yellow, black. There will be the pink will be available in all accessories. All right. We definitely got we got the neck garter. We got the neck garter in pink as well. For everybody who loves the pink. Definitely, you guys see it is the HOGside creator spring.com. Okay. If you guys like the drink tumbler, like I said, we have everything. We have everything that you guys possibly need. We got the wall tapestry. Of course, you guys see that here. We got it in pink too.
I want that too. I want that right there. That's sweet.
We got it in pink. All right. So that's definitely something that you guys might want to get. So make sure that you guys definitely get that merch. I'm gonna get that merch. You guys see it at the bottom. You can check out the HOGside merch. There's more to come. Winter time is coming, so there's gonna be some winter apparel. You guys can check out the HOGside merch at the HOGside.creator-spring.com. All right. What up, Juan? Thank you for tuning in, man. So, go Nick.
What it do?
So, man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this game because we're 2-2. The Saints are 2-2. I think we're gonna win. I'm gonna call
it. Speaking of, since Nick, you're watching, what's up with that tight end? Is he even good that y'all trade that we got picked up from y'all? The tight end we picked up, he's a second round pick from 2019. We picked up tight end.
Picked up a tight end.
Yeah, we picked up a tight end earlier today. He came from Green Bay. He's a 2019 second round pick, I think. He's a tight end.
I don't know. That's a very good question.
Yeah, because Nick is a Packers fan, but he has respect for the football team fan. So if he's watching, man, what's the deal with that tight end, dude? Is he even worth it? Is he only good for blocking? Is he only good for blocking?
Yes, Jay Sternberger. I forgot about that. Yeah, that did happen.
Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Nick. Yeah, there was something about him. Yeah, I think. I don't. Hey, Nick, what was that? That was in college, right? Was that recently in the NFL? I think it was in college, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he had some steroid issues that I think But listen, I'm all for it. Logan Thomas is placed on IR. Like I said, he's definitely gonna be back. Man. Yeah, the injuries are piling up. But listen, we need guys that can block downfield as well, and Logan Thomas did that oh so well. So we get Jay Sternberger, then we got Bates, then we got Ricky Seals, RSJ.
I want to see the new guy they have picked up, the young cat. I want to see what he can do because he's fast and tall. He's supposed to be able to catch and everything. Let's see how that goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Well, Champ, any final thoughts before we let these people go on their merry way?
My final thoughts is this. True or false? Because the way these injuries are piling up, the way these injuries are upon them and the way this defense is playing, surprisingly right now, true or false, do you still have faith for us winning the division? Or you think Dallas got this year? That's to any of you guys that's watching the show too. You can type it in. True or false, do you think after 4 weeks of football, we're into a quarter of football already? After 4 weeks and after seeing teams that's playing specifically in the division, do Dallas easily has it? Have they taken off from you? Think they're going to just finish it out, win the division? Or you still, or do you think it's false? You think somebody else is going to get hot? Or things going to get better? Right now, we're in second place. We bring it on Dallas's neck. We need them to lose a game, and we're going to have to win the game.
I think, honestly, here's what I'm going to say. All right, and I don't want to sound like I am hating on Dallas right now. I don't think Dallas can be consistent right now. We've seen Dallas go on a stretch before in the beginning and lose drastically.
Oh yeah, so in his December.
Yeah, So to be honest, I like Diggs. He's a Bama kid. Roll Tide roll. I think that kid is phenomenal. He's a very bright future as a cornerback. But I think Dallas as a whole, I'm not sold on them. I'm not sold on them completely. I think they're just skating by. I think, it's the Panthers. The Panthers had their work cut out for them. Definitely had the work cut out for them. They didn't have their best player. So I think Sam Darnold.
You gotta still give them respect. They still be the team that was undefeated.
Look who they played. I'm sorry, right? I can't say that because look who we played and we're 2-2. Look who we played and we're 2-2. I'm not at all out here, being boastful about the winning procedure. Right now, the Panthers, they only played the Jets, the Broncos, and I guess some other team that was well under 500. I think the Falcons. Yeah, the Falcons. So it was only a matter of time that they want to come up against a team that was a higher caliber than what they're usually used to in the first 3 games, and that's what Dallas was. Now, right now, I think we still have the tools to take this division. Still, this division is still up in the air right now against the 2 Dallas and Washington, because right now we still haven't played a very big contending team right now. They barely beat the Chargers. The Chargers barely beat us. They barely beat the Chargers, but they didn't play the Bucs yet. They didn't play the Chiefs yet. They didn't play the Chiefs this week. This will be the key. To see if they can win. If they are as good as they are, they play the Chiefs. We play the Saints. This week right here is very interesting because
yes, it is.
In the division, the schedule that each of these guys has, we seen Philly go up against the Chiefs last week, and right now, the way it looks is like the Chiefs is going to be a problem. Chiefs is going to be a problem, but there's some things that you got to contain, and I think right now, I'm not sold on Dallas. I think that we can still. I think right now that we still can take the division. So I'm going to go in that route. We're going to still win the division. It's going to come down to Dallas and Washington. Definitely going to come down to those 2 workhouses right now. But right now, I think
this is a critical week. Sorry to cut you off, bro. Sorry to cut you.
No, you good.
This is a critical week, like you said, because if Dallas beat the Chiefs, the fans are going to get super big-headed, and I'm going to have to hear that for a whole entire week. That's one.
The whole season.
2, if we go out and lose to the Saints, that means we're 2 games behind Dallas. Dallas is going to most likely walk off. because they'll be 4-1. So we need them to lose and we need to win so it can be a tie in the division. And don't sleep on the Giants. Don't sleep on the Giants too. They pulled off a squeaky one in overtime last week, so they breathing on our necks. They wait for us to slip up. Right now, Philly, I'm not really worried about them at the moment. I'm just really not worried about Philly. I don't know why. I'm just not. I mean, they came probably blossom later in the season. I don't know. It's just their quarterback situation. I'm just, I don't know. Right now, I just feel like we need to try to win as many games as we can. We need everybody to stay healthy. We need everyone to just play consistent and just play complementary football on all sides of the ball, offense, defense, and special teams. This team has yet in 4 weeks played a complete football game. We're either chasing somebody, or we have a slim lead, we'll blow it. So I'm trying to see a complete game from this team, man. That's all I'm asking for. Like I said, it'll be nice for us to go to New Orleans, and if we can squeak one out, I'll take it, because we need to try to win as many games as we can. But I feel like my prediction, I'm still going to stick with it, but I just honestly don't see us winning the double-digit games this year. I really don't see it.
Here's why I'm not at all is very worried about Dallas. Here's why. Look at their schedule compared to ours.
Their schedule is easier.
Dallas next three games is Giants, Patriots, and Vikings. All those three of those teams right now is 1-3. So they might beat the Giants. The Giants can knock them off.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's any given Sunday, but they got the Giants right now. It doesn't look, the way the Cowboys playing, doesn't look like the Giants have any chance whatsoever. They got the Patriots.
Offense is pumping.
They got the Patriots afterwards. Not sold on Mac Jones. Not sold on Mac Jones at all.
It's still early.
And then the Vikings. The Vikings has been going through injuries and just lack of playing lately. So, yeah. So, and then compare. Like I said, compared to Washington, after we got Chiefs, Green Bay, and the Broncos.
Yep.
And the Broncos. So, I think that, man, it's gonna be crazy. True Kid says
out of those four, if we can pull 2 games for 10-6, we gonna be 10-7 to 17.
Yeah. Hey, look, make that 11-6. I'm calling it.
I still don't see us winning 11 games. I was sold on 10-7 until this defense is just starts slumming.
I think
I'm sticking with my prediction 10-7, but I'm not feeling 10-7 in the heart no more.
I think we would start winning after week 5. I think something's going to happen where we just catch the bug, and there you go. You said 11-6 it is. There you go. All right, he's with me. 11-6.
I don't see it, but we'll see what happens. But I just honestly don't see it.
Yeah, definitely. But I definitely think that this is the time where, I don't know, around the same time, Ron Rivera made a decision, and that decision got us to winning the playoffs. So I think that's what I really think is Ron Rivera is sitting back and waiting for this week 5 to go through. And I think that Ron Rivera will make a decision that will change how the season
Meaning he's gonna start calling defensive plays or something? Help me understand. Or he's gonna fire Del Rio? That's what you think?
I don't know. All I know is
if he just had a successful year with his team, you don't fire him that fast, dog.
What I'm saying is we don't know exactly what that decision is going to be.
Gotcha.
But after this week, depending on what happens, Ron Rivera will make a decision, and that decision will determine how the rest of the season plays out. It could be anything. You could make a big trade splash. And bring in a linebacker. You never know. Trade deadline is coming up in the next couple of weeks. So it could be a big trade splash. We could be bringing in a cornerback, a big time cornerback for some trades. You never know. You never know at this point. But I think that depending on how this Saints game goes, after week 5, Ron Rivera will make a decision that is going to change how this season progresses. All right, it could be good, could be bad, but Ron Rivera will make that decision. That's my prediction. That's my prediction right there. You know, so
I just don't. I'm not confident us as a double win team right now. I'm just not. Not the way. Like I said, at the beginning of the season, I was because I thought the defense was going to show up like they did. And like I said, it's still early in the season. We're only playing a quarter. Until I see that defense start tightening up consistently, I don't see the double digit win games. That means Heineke's going to have to ball out all the way out to keep us in games. And that's too much to ask.
I agree.
Too much to ask for him. And then we got a very limited run game from your boys. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we definitely got to try to get Nick on here. You know, when we play Green Bay, that'd be something definitely something that I'll be looking forward to. But
he'll be, trust me, he'll be down for
that. But guys, this is all the time that we have for you today. I don't want to kick you guys out, you know. But we're always going to be here. We will be posting updates regularly on the HOGside page on Facebook. Make sure that you guys follow us. The HOGside, again, is brought to you by Velocity Sports. Join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for all of your WFC updates, news, and predictions. Follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook at the HOGside. Thank you for tuning in, guys. We love you. I hate to kick you guys out, but we gotta go. I'm your host, CJ the Hog. This is DMV the Champ Brian, and we wish you guys a good night.
Peace.